Hello everyone, welcome back to Every Heart Can Dance. This is Kyryl and we are continuing to explore our body through Latin American dancing, and by popular request, I'll be focusing on ladies' arm styling today. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please click the subscribe button and notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new video. Let's continue with arm styling now. Alright, there are 3 super important rules that I need to share with you before we start moving and creating arm styling. Number 1, arm action is always a reaction to what our body is doing. So whatever legs, hips, and the body doing, arms will react to it. Or mainly will react to the weight movement. Alright? Number 2, arms we're trying to move in sections. From shoulder to elbow, from elbow to the wrist, from wrist with the hands and fingers already. Alright? And number 3, to continue that point, we're also trying to make it more rotational, to make it more continuous, and of course to match the body as well, and make it look more feminine too. Alright? So, what I'll do, I'll show you a hip action exercise and we will attach our arm styling onto it. Let's do it right away. Alrighty guys, here's our exercise. Please open your feet, make sure toes pointing out, knees are straight, body ribs more closed, and create pendulum from side to side. So all you do, you push your weight and the hips will follow that. When we're in the middle, hips in the middle. When you push this side, this hip will be a bit more lower, this one a little bit higher. In order to make it continuous, we will rotate. So pendulum and rotation back. Pendulum, rotation, making sure the hip is going in front of the shoulder, side and back, in front of the shoulder, side and back. In this way, again, your movement is much more continuous and has a lot of volume. Okay? We'll do the same action with feet together, but we will not be able to keep our knees straight all the time. So one knee straight, one knee will have to go bent in order for us to rotate. Again, we step onto this leg, this one pushing one will bend and will rotate. Make sure you still go diagonal in front of the shoulder, rotate behind. Diagonal in front, release, relax the knee, and then rotate. In this way, again, it will always stay underneath your body and will create lots of reaction in the body that will follow and will affect the arms too. That's what we're after. So you can do it again. Step straight, bend the knee or rotate. Step straight, bend the knee, and then rotate. And from this back diagonal, it goes to the front diagonal rotation, trying to keep the body the same. Okay? I would definitely attach videos that we already talked about more in details about this in the description below, so you can just check it out as well. Alright? Now, let's attach our arm action onto it. Alright, let's attach our arms to the hips now. So what I'll do now, when the hip is going forward, I'm going to catch it by placing my hand there. And if you notice, my elbow is still in front, hand is pointing down. Now what I'll do now, I'm going to tuck my elbow back in and I'm going to bend the elbow in front so I can lift that and stretch it from the elbow. Let's do it one more time. So we're going to do it. 1, tuck it back in, pick it up, and straighten it. Now somebody presses the rewind button, but we do it through the back of the head, slide it on the neck, and we're going to have to make it appropriate, slide it in the middle of the body. We can repeat it one more time. And we're going to put it on the hip, tuck it in, and close and lift to stretch it up. Rewind back and come back. And bring in through the neck, through the middle of the body and here. So that was the first section. The second section will come right from here. We'll go to the side and we're going to stretch it going up. And the more our arm opens and goes up, the more our shoulder is pressing down. That gives that very nice look, a very stretchy look. All right, let's practice it again from here. So we're going to go elbow going, and the more the arm goes up, the more shoulder pressing down, and we're still stretching here, okay? And going down, we're still going to make it down on the body like we did earlier. Let's repeat those 2 parts one more time. So we're going to put it on the hip, we're going to rotate the elbow, close, and lift it up. We're going to wrap it around the body to go back and down. But this time, our hand is still on the body. We're going to take it out and up fully. But we still can melt it back on the body. And the third option, the third way of doing it, we're going to take it out in space again, like we did earlier. We're going to rotate it, and we can take it in space going down again, so we can put it back to exercise number 1. And tuck it and lift it, and melt it on your body. Number 2 again, we're gonna lift in space, but gonna melt it on your body. And number 3, gonna take it in space and take it down in space as well. You can do it with a straight elbow, or you can do it melting with the bent elbow, but then we're still gonna put it on the hips. If you have noticed, I actually kept on moving my weight all the time. So I wasn't standing there just doing this all. Yes, we always want to keep changing the weight. That's what energizing and moving our arm as well. Let's do it one more time. So I'm gonna take it back into the hip, rotate up and stretch, melt it on the body. That's number 1. Number 2, we're gonna take it in space, but gonna melt it on the body. And we're gonna take it in space and take it down in space as well. That's it, and now we can go back onto the hips and restart on and on and on again. So the idea was on the body and going down on the body. In space, but going down on the body. Or third option, in space and going down in space as well. So the idea, and this is really, really cool and very simple. If your hands were on the body, then probably more natural for us to open it up. If our hands open up, we can close down back to the body. All right, that's the most natural way of doing it. If we went, let's say, one down here and then we're going up again, possible but not as comfortable. So when it comes down in the body, it's much easier to open it up. And if it was on the body here, again, open it up. If it was in space, we can actually leave it in space or bring it back to the body. All right, let's try it now with our movement called time step. With time step, it's very simple. We step to the side in rumba. On count 4, 1, we collect feet 2 and change weight 3 and go side 4, 1. 2 and change weight 3 and change weight 4, 1. 2 and 3 and 4, 1. 2 and 3 and 4, 1. That's the time step. Now, with the step to the side on count 4, 1, our hand will go onto the hip as we did earlier. Now I'm going to wrap that elbow back, and with gathering leg 2 and 3 and 4, 1. If you noticed, our arm went up on the 1 bar, within 1 bar. Now 1 more bar to go down. 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Going up to the side in space, that's exercise number 2. 2 and 3 and 4, 1. And still melting on the body, go down 4, 1. Exercise number 3, and in space, arm goes to the side, and in space going down and comes back to the hips so we can restart and move it again. Pretty cool, huh? And here we guys go. That was an arm styling template tutorial. Probably just part 1 because we don't talk about other arm. We didn't talk about arms moving together. We didn't even have chance to do it with music yet. But if you'd like to, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to accommodate and create something that you will ask. All right, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for following. As usual, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.